Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Motivational Moments. Today, we're going to talk about National Women's History Month. And I'm so excited to be able to share this with you because I think it's such an important, very important month for women to celebrate the accomplishments of women, to embrace their struggles and the things that they have accomplished, and to just honor those that have done miraculous things in their lives, and also to recognize those who've done just really good things. You don't have to be miraculous, but it's a time to celebrate all women. And I did a little research because I wasn't sure when this type of notoriety of this month began. And actually, it began in 1982. And in 1982, it was actually Women's History Week. And because it was so popular, they decided to expand it in 1987 to be Women's History Month. And during the month in March, there's a presidential proclamation that gets honored and distributed and talked about, this proclamation, every year in March to honor women and their accomplishments. And I think it's really important to not only talk about women and research women that have come before us in the past and what they have done to break new ground for the rest of us to move forward and accomplish things in our own lives. But I also think it's very important to talk about these subjects with young girls, like 7 to 12 or teenagers. I think it's really important that young girls have role models and girls or women to look up to and to follow in their footsteps, or just to learn more empowering statements about women and about themselves, and to realize that they too have confidence and can feel empowered to accomplish things in their own lives. But on the flip side, I think it's equally important to let little boys know more about women and the power that women have had and the struggles that they have had to get where they are now. And I think it's really good. It's an educational process for both little girls, little boys, and then we have to continue the tradition of National Women's History Month, because if we don't, it can get forgotten and it could get passed by, and we don't want that to happen. So, my advice to you, and I'm taking my own advice by doing the very same thing, is start some sort of journal. Put things in it that make you feel empowered, and maybe some excerpts of women that you admire and that you look up to. You may want to clip articles that you find in magazines. You may want to include quotes by famous women. You may want to journal just what your thoughts are and be able to do some self reflection into what you feel is your contribution and how you can further yourself and to help others around the world with your gifts. We can do it all. We really can. And I think our goal as women is to truly empower and inspire others. I'm becoming involved with an organization. It's a national organization, but its location that I'm volunteering for is in Jacksonville, and it's called Girls Inc. I'm going to be doing a workshop there in June for middle schoolers, girls. And basically, it's all about empowerment and confidence and helping them with tools that they can use on a daily basis to help them overcome anxiety, negative programming, bullying, and all that. So I've taken my 4-step guts formula that I developed for women and scaling it to more the middle schoolers. And I can't wait to do that. That's in June, so that I can start with that age group and help them think better about themselves, think more positive thoughts, improve their self-talk and what they say about themselves, and also help them with setting goals, little goals and maybe some big dreams as well, and teaching them also how to visualize. I think that's great for them to use their imagination. With that being said, I was looking through my magazine that I get on a regular basis, which is People magazine, and I flipped through it and I just actually just look for things that pop out that inspire me. And the last magazine content was all about women and important women that are doing things that are substantial in their lives that are helping other women. And I focused on Goldie Hawn. I didn't realize at age, I believe she's 75 or 76, she has an organization, a nonprofit that she started, believe it or not, I think it was in maybe 2003. It was right after 2001 and September 11th. And I think that really affected her as it did for most people. And she wanted to help young girls, um, sort of in that same age group, like 7 to 12, that type of age group, with tools about, the power of the mind and neuroscience and positive psychology and all those kind of things. And I believe that her program, I think it's called Mind Up, just Google that with Goldie Hawn. Not only is that being presented in schools in the United States, but it's also, I heard, like, I don't know, 30 different countries. So good for you, Goldie Hawn. And I think that's so important. And there's so many people that we can look up to and learn from to find out what they're doing and what little niche are they carving out for themselves and what are they feeling passionate about. So when you're doing your journal, put those articles in there. I know I clipped this one out of People magazine, and it's about Goldie Hawn and her organization that focuses on the mental wellness of young girls. So I think that's fabulous. I think Dolly Parton's also a very good role model, and I'm going to find an article about her and put that in my journal. And there's so many others that we could mention all day long. But I think it's really important that for us, each one of us, to find those role models that resonate more particularly with our goals, our beliefs, our thoughts. Because if we resonate with the people that are like us or the people that we want to be more like, then we're going to be more passionate about it and we're going to be more inspired to follow in their footsteps. So, starting today and the rest of March, please do yourself a favor. Take good care of yourself. Write down what you think are your strongest attributes. Focus on those, and then look at to see how you can take those attributes and help other women and young girls and see what you could do with your lives. And then, study the works of other women. Find out what other women have done in the past, what they're doing now, and what are the plans for the future. So please celebrate National Women's History Month. And I give thanks for all of you that you help me stay empowered and motivated. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you next week.